Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the garage. So we are continuing on the race truck, of course, as is usual. Still want to try and get this thing to the track this year, get some test hits in and just feel that rush once again. So anyway guys, this weekend I took some time away from the camera to try and focus on looking at the wiring. Made some progress, not as much as I would have liked, but certainly made a little bit. Made some changes. We're gonna get rid of some stuff, just some miscellaneous relays and whatnot. But anyway, we need to figure that out even further, which is kind of what we're gonna start getting into tonight. Tonight's gonna be one of them jump around evenings. So like I said, we're gonna get to that in a second. But first, as you guys would have saw there at the beginning, starting to work on our exhaust. I did that this weekend as well. So I made a bunch of pie cuts on here. If you guys aren't familiar with that, how I did it, it's a 7.5 degree cut on either side to form a pie piece that is a 15-degree angle. So 3 of those equal 45, so on and so forth. So we got our bend, we got our pipe coming up. It does look a little funky here, but we're kind of a slave to the hole that we already have in the hood. And the reason we're going with a hood stack rather than like a fender exit, well, there's already a hood. There's already a hole in the hood, so the hood's kind of junk as it is. There's holes up here from the previous owner. I assume had a bulldog or something on it, some kind of a hood ornament for some reason, maybe an old Ram, I don't know. But anyway, got that all kind of tacked in. Finished this last piece tonight. Clearance our hole a little bit more. We'll probably have to recut that some more, but that can be fully welded right there, and then we'll figure out our end piece of it. So the exhaust is coming along, but like I said, we're going to get into some wiring tonight and trying to figure some stuff out. So in the last episode, I think it was, we mounted our remote battery cutoff switch and our battery box, got everything painted, all that, so we can put our switch back in and then start wiring it up. So I got some 2-aught welding cable. I got this orange stuff just so we had a different color for our positive. It's close enough to red, and well, how often do you see orange cable or something on the truck? So it matches our engine a little bit, so I kind of lean towards that. But we can run our positive from the battery to that. I can run the positive from the cutoff switch to our starter, and then I can kind of figure out the rest of my wiring. Now, for a battery terminal post, I got these off the Amazon. They are, I think they say they're military grade. Why they're military grade or whatever, I don't know. But we got these connections. Basically, it's a normal battery connection, and then it's got a bolt on one end so we can bolt to it. And also with our welding cable, we will be using these mechanical lugs. Basically, it's just an Allen that clamps down on there. No special crimps or anything, but I'm assured that that is a good connection, and you can use that on high volt stuff, so it should be perfect for our application. So anyway, we can get that done, and then maybe we can run our fuel lines the rest of the way to our fuel cell. I want to get rid of this bar in the bottom here because we no longer need it now that our drive shaft hoop slash like cage support bar's in. We can get rid of that, run our fuel lines, all that kind of stuff. So basically just keep checking off the boxes. Once we have the battery stuff mounted, I can make another cable up and try and figure out kind of where our controllers and all that kind of stuff, our power distribution, if you will, for all the features of the truck. We can figure out where that's all going to go. So anyway guys, sorry, a lot of talking. Let's get to work and bang some of this stuff out. So guys, we have our battery mounted. We got our power cables in. We have one power cable going to our cutoff switch. From there, we will be able to run all of our electronics, pretty much everything that runs the truck, the computer, the anteater, all that kind of stuff. Now, this took way longer than it should have, and there's a good reason for that. So the other wire, as you guys can see, runs down here with our fuel lines and goes right up here into the starter. So I can't find anything specific that says whether the starter needs to go through the battery cutoff switch. What worries me is the battery cutoff switch is only good for like 250 continuous amps. And of course, this being a diesel and we're reusing our old battery, the cold cranking amps and just the cranking amps of the battery are like 700 and 900 or 790 and 985. So by the NHRA book, it says that everything has to be cut off when you hit the kill switch, but really the starter's not going to keep anything going, and once the kill switch is hit, that'll cut off our ignition wire, so we won't even be able to send power to the starter solenoid. So I don't know about all that. For right now, we just ran it right to the battery. We can always change it later, just cut it back and go right to our cutoff switch if we have to. I don't know if I'm making too much of a big deal of this, or I just was looking all over the place. I can't find any solid answers to tell me. I don't think this is a problem how I have it set up, but if we have to change it, we can. So also we got our cutoff switch all mounted up and looking good. Our fuel lines are completely done to the back here. We have our return, we have our feed, everything's looking good. In the engine compartment here, which I don't, where's my light? In the engine compartment here, all of our fuel lines are in and tight, except for this one here, the one that is coming out of the air dog, feeding our fleece distribution block. So I did finally get our correct 180-degree fitting, which as you guys can see, we will be able to run that line right up above here. So I haven't hooked that up yet because we are waiting on our power steering bracket for our twin pump kit. So until we get that, I don't know how all this is going to kind of run. So before I make this one line up, I'm just going to wait until we get that. But that's all done. So we have the fuel system all but completed. Our wiring, we're looking good on that. So now I can just run a heavier gauge wire off of our cutoff switch into what will be like our power distribution area in the truck. I'm kind of thinking about maybe making a panel. I haven't figured that out yet. That's part of the, how do you, wiring's not hard. Making wiring look good can be very difficult. So that's what I'm trying to do, just trying to figure out how to do it in some kind of a way that makes sense and that I can service it later and all that. So anyway, guys, we got some stuff done tonight. I know it's not the most exciting content. Oh, also, we did get our other bar cut out from previously, because now we have that one for the roll cage. Everything's all tied together. We're good. No need to have that extra weight. So like I was saying, we got some stuff done. Not the most thrilling night in the garage, but we got stuff done that will allow us to get other stuff done later. Like I said, we have our power distribution kind of set up. We can run a heavier gauge wire from our cutoff switch into the cab, wherever we're going to put our power distribution area for our anteater, our blow-off valve controller, for our ECM, for all that kind of stuff, and get all our switches and all our wires ran. It's just kind of little baby steps is what it's kind of coming down to. And like I said, like that starter wire, I don't know for sure. If you guys know for sure that it needs to go through the cutoff switch, or if how I have it is acceptable, please let me know down in the comments. But like I said, I spent a bunch of time trying to look that up and couldn't really get a definitive answer as to what's correct. I think if they ever wanted to check your cutoff switch, they'd probably just have you start the truck they hit it and it would shut off, so it probably doesn't matter. But still trying to make everything legal. So anyway, guys, I'm kind of rambling. We're moving forward. It's slow and steady. If you guys don't see me for a little bit, I'm probably covered in wires and wrapped up and tied up in the spaghetti of the wires. But anyway, guys, in all seriousness, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Get out in your garage. Get the wrenching on your truck.